Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous edition of Live from the Bench, or LFTB, the bench. And I'm here with my sometimes co-host, Bmore Wayne. Bmore Wayne, how are you this fine evening?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm thankful to be here.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I mean, to me, it's the most wonderful time of year because it's Super Bowl, then it's Combine, then it's March Madness, and with the conference tournaments, March Madness, then it's
WrestleMania season.
draft, WrestleMania, spring training's not far away.
Right.
It's just that
It's
time of
great.
year. And the Olympics are going on right
Yeah.
now and not really hearing much about it, but the
Yeah.
Winter Olympics,
Yeah.
it's not like it's the fun one. It's the one that's got, curling's okay. Before we really start, what is your favorite Winter Olympic sport? This wasn't on the ledger or anything.
uh, I like curling. I would go with curling. I don't mind hockey. I'm fine watching a hockey game,
Yeah,
But penis gate. What about penis gate right now? Okay.
don't know what that is. I haven't heard about it. I've missed it.
No, it's
Yeah.
about the seam in these skiers, and they enlarging their penis, so they got a better jumps and better everything. It's like what the hell? So
Whatever advantage you can get, I guess.
they're taking shots in their penis. They're literally taking like fucking I don't know, it's like a steroid shot into their penis
Oh, good
to
lord.
get a larger seam, and they're saying that they're enhancing it, their penis size. And I don't know too much about it, but it's called penis gate. So that will be a hell of a topic for you to look into in
Yeah,
another
we're
week
gonna
or
have
so.
to get into that one on the next episode because I don't know about that. But this is the
You
first
gotta
I'm
learn.
hearing about it.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend was talking about it like 2 days ago. And we're like, oh my god. I don't know everything about it. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you a hint. There's
Okay,
something out.
as long as there's no pictures or anything, I think I'll be good. I don't want to see
Oh
anybody's inflamed members,
yeah. Yeah. Instead of deflate, it's inflate.
right? This is not deflate gate. No, they're pumping it up, not lowering it.
Yep.
Ugh,
Pump it
can't imagine going through all that just for a gold medal.
right. And
Is it worth it?
how?
What's the long term damage to your manhood?
Oh man, can you
I mean, what are the
imagine?
women doing?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. Maybe there's not an advantage for a woman. I don't know.
Uh,
But I'm just
Women
letting you
with
know.
giant
You gotta
clitoris.
look into it. You gotta look more
All right.
into it. I gotta look more into it. But I'm
Yeah,
afraid to
this
deep
sounds
dive there
lovely.
because of the images. Okay.
They walking around like smiling Bob.
Oh man.
All right.
All
Sorry
right.
about that. And I'm glad you told me. I have to look into that. That sounds interesting for all the wrong
Definitely.
reasons too.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
and those are the best kinds. But yeah, I mean, as I said, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're kickstarting. You know, sports fans. This is like our winter festival, pretty much, a spring festival, what have you. It's just that
Yeah.
time of the year. All the good shit's at our door. So start with the Super Bowl. Somehow, some way, it's come down to the Seahawks and the Patriots.
I don't know how. I
Hmm.
do not know how that I'm watching Sam Donald in the same draft class as Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson go to the Super Bowl first. I just don't
Right.
know how that happened. It just doesn't make sense.
It
It's
doesn't
like
make
when
sense.
Grossman took Chicago Bears to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Okay.
Oh God. I mean, if Darnold wins, it's like a movie. There's going to get a
Oh,
Disney movie. It's going to end
oh,
with that.
definitely.
I'm going to Disney World.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. And
Yeah.
Minnesota's kicking itself in the face right now. They gotta
Right.
be.
Yeah.
And not only Minnesota, Tom Brady was decided on Geno Smith over Sam Donald in fucking Vegas. Tom
Right.
Brady, he said, "I'd rather have Geno build my team around."
Hmm. So, I mean, nobody said he was. We just assume he's going to be good in that capacity. We're just assuming that because he was good at throwing a football.
Right, right,
But I
right.
mean, it's like all the greats. Well, most of the greats tend to not be very good at the other stuff.
No, no, no. It's I don't like some of the best coaches never was good players. Like they were okay, whatever, but they were set
Right.
on the bench. They had a clipboard in their hand and they're watching other players. And that's in all sports. It seems like. No, no, I'm not. I'm sure there's been some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, Earl Weaver, great baseball coach, he never made it out. Made it to the major leagues. He was a minor leaguer his whole time.
Hmm.
It's like, but you sat down behind the greats. You know, and then that seems to be the case around there. Like I don't know what Lombardi did as a player, but he was a hell of a coach. He didn't look
Yeah.
like much of a player. He was,
No. No.
yeah,
No. Back in the day, you were just relying on pure toughness, size. Hardly anybody. There
right,
were hardly any large players like there are today back then.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
It's
Jim
just
Otto was running around at like 250. So he
right.
is a Hall of Fame center. So
Oh my
yeah,
god,
it's crazy looking back the way that's just the
the
evolution of the
size.
game.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And I don't know. I do. When it comes to someone like Brady who wants complete control, in
mhm.
Vegas, making these next decision. This is going to be their third coach after they hired the offensive coordinator for Seattle in what 3 years?
Mhm.
Yeah, Vegas is going to be Vegas. It's going to be exactly what the Raiders has been the last 15 years. Garbage.
Is this going to
Mm.
kill Tom Brady's legacy?
No,
Him
no.
as he
His
went in
legacy as a
Vegas,
player. His
as in
legacy is as a player.
yeah,
Yeah, no one's gonna think of he's not like Ozzie Newsome, who was a great player and became a great GM. You
true.
know, he's not. I'm not looking at him like that. And I'm
Although
partial, obviously. You know,
closer to Jordan,
yeah,
all
yeah.
time great,
Jordan
goat,
blew up the fucking
terrible
Hornets
GM,
and
terrible team president.
terrible as a wizard.
Yeah.
Got rid of Rip Hamilton for Jerry Stackhouse.
Mm.
I love Rip. I was a big Wizards fan then. What the hell? He got rid of Rip.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a disaster. I mean, but watch the Wizards slash Bullets. They've been terrible. Just
yeah,
as far back as
that's
people
been
really can remember. There was a few years with
Weber.
Arenas, Wall. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Weber was there for a bit. Yeah,
Weber was there, and
yeah.
Weber. I was a big
I
fan of
mean,
Weber and
he
Howard
wasn't at
and
his peak at
Ron
that point.
Strickland.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's before. But Weber went into Sacramento, and he got with White Chocolate, and that's when he make his name for himself, Chris
mm,
Weber. In the NBA. But yeah,
right.
yeah, but yeah, he blew that team up. Jordan did his last few years, and then he go to Hornets. He made the Hornets shit
Oh, don't forget
crap.
Kwame Brown.
Oh my
Well, they
god.
say they brought him in to trade him for somebody. I can't recall who, but
Uh,
yeah,
Kwame Brown.
there's better ways to do that. Anyway, they brought him in then because he wasn't didn't have the work ethic. He just got
Right.
berated by Jordan, and that just killed all the confidence he had at that point. So
But you don't think about but when you think about that, Jordan as a player, that doesn't tarnish him. His
no,
last 2 years as a Wizard, no one gives a shit.
no,
They don't even think about that.
mm,
Johnny Unitas last year was in fucking as a Charger. No one cares about that.
shit. Dan Marino got sacked 6 times and got blown the hell out in his last game by Jacksonville. So
Barry Sanders last game, he fumbled the ball on his last play of the NFL against the
mm,
Ravens. He
yeah,
fumbled the ball. The last play he ever made was a fumble right to the
he's got to live
Ravens.
with that. He had a chance to fix that by coming back, but he didn't. Wish
Yeah.
he did though.
Oh, that would have been great
Whole
if he
record book
did.
would look completely different.
Oh yeah, Emmitt Smith wouldn't have been at the top.
No,
Uh, I don't
I
know. Derek
know
Henry that spot in a few
deserves to be at
years.
the top. I mean, Nick, that's not fair to say because he's actually at the top, but I feel like it should have been Barry.
Oh yeah, definitely should have been Barry. Definitely.
But yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I was discussing the Super Bowl with GQ, and when we really spent more time on New England than we really did on Seattle. So, I mean,
I am picking Seattle to win.
Yeah.
Okay, not because not. I'm looking how bad Drake May has played in the playoffs. He's been looking like shit. Okay,
Mm.
this
Yeah.
stage has been big on him. Okay, it's been too big on him, and I just think it's funny. He just so happened to play better than, and I won't even say better. His team won these games for him.
Yeah.
He has done nothing in these playoffs that has impressed me. Not a damn thing.
No.
Texans CJ looked like crap. So both, but so did
Beat
Drake. But
themselves. Yeah.
his defense won the game. And this last week, if Bo Nix would have played, they probably would have lost.
They definitely would have lost. I
Yeah.
mean, you seen the way
So
that game went, it would have been a total different game. At least
yeah, but
offensively for Denver, would have been totally different.
I'd be shocked if New England wins. But then again, I've been wrong about this entire playoff run. So what do I know?
Uh, that's the pleasure of the playoffs. But it's like, I feel like, oh, how do I explain this? The matchup, since they're both relatively new teams to this situation. I mean, I know New England's been here before as a
That's history.
franchise,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
this
And
is
so
a
that's
new
Seattle.
era. And
Right.
Seattle, Legion of Boom was over a decade ago.
Oh
So
yeah.
this is a new era for both teams. Like, and the fact that no one really expected this.
No one has. I do think Seattle has had a tougher time to get to there. You
Mm,
know, yeah, and not even from the beginning of the season, they had a tougher time to get there. That division is stacked, okay, compared to
mm,
what New England had to go through. Okay, and then when it came to the playoffs, they had a pretty tough road. They had to beat San Fran. They had to beat the Rams. You know, that is
mm,
not an easy stretch for any team. You know, I think because they're tested more so than the other team than New England. I think Seattle has. They're going to blow them out. I'll be shocked if it's close by the third quarter, by the middle of the third
mm,
quarter. I think it's going to be one of those games that it's going to be like the 1990s again, where the NFC dominated. And I
mm,
think in this time the NFC is going to dominate. This is not going to be one of those field goals at the end of the game to win it. I don't think so.
mm. So it's gonna be
And,
like San Fran versus San Diego that one year.
yeah,
That to
yeah,
beat them.
or Dallas and Pittsburgh when
Mm.
Dallas beat the crap out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know.
Neil O'Donnell
And
two interceptions. Is that Neil O'Donnell's two interceptions to the one dude?
you're right. I know
The
who you're talking
safety?
about.
Yeah.
He was a safety, and then the
Yeah.
safety got a big contract after
Yeah,
the
got a
season.
big deal in Arizona, I think, and just washed
Yep,
out. Yeah.
washed up.
That dude.
He threw right to him. It
Yeah,
was like a gimme.
exactly. He gave him those
He-
interceptions.
right, right. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be
Yeah.
one of those. It's going to be one of those type games to me. You know, and you know what? I'm hoping it too because I hate New England. I want nothing good to happen in New England.
Mm.
I want
I
them to
think a
lose.
lot of us are in agreement. Well, I know I am living in
I
New
know
England
you are.
personally. I'm definitely rooting against just so I
Well,
can
where
sit
you're
there
at,
nodding
where
and
you're
saying,
at,
"Oh, ha 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 ha."
right?
Can't wait.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping so.
Mm.
I'm hoping so. I think New England they got in there, and it's good. They beat the teams to get in there. They did what they supposed to do. I give them credit for that, but I don't think they're that good. I think okay. Usually of the two teams that goes to the Super Bowl the next year, one team takes a nosedive. Not necessarily
Mm.
not make the playoffs, but they are nowhere near what they are.
Right.
That seems to happen, right? If I was going to pick the two teams here, I would say New England's going to look like shit next compared to Seattle. You
Yeah.
know, is my guess. It happened last year with Kansas City. Look where they're at. They didn't even make the playoffs, right? It happened a year
Yeah.
before that. You guys took a little fall.
Yeah.
It's like,
We'd call it a big fall.
well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It happens. One of the two teams always fall the next year, and if I put money on it, I will put it on New England. They had the
Mm.
easiest schedule since the '99 Rams. Okay, so
Mm.
yeah, but I know you already talked about New England all last week, and
Go
I
ahead,
got
talk your shit.
no. I also am rooting for Seattle because the former defensive coordinator for the Ravens is in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everybody's like, you should have got rid of Harbaugh then. We were 14-2 at the time. Why would we get rid of Harbaugh then?
Right.
We were in a conference championship game. We're not going to get rid of Harbaugh at that time. Hindsight, you could say, oh, we could have kept him around. The guy wanted a head coaching job. He got it, and he's done a good job.
Yep.
Give him all the credit due.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for Seattle, but I'll leave it at that with New England bashing. I could go on.
Well, you're more than welcome to go on bashing New England. I mean,
No, we got other
there's
subjects.
people in the area that definitely watch this show. So,
Right.
Go ahead, let them talk your shit. I do not mind.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We'll move on to your next subject.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on record as well and say I'm going with Seattle. Just because I don't want to hear Patriots fans bullshit. Dealt with it
Where
enough.
you're at, definitely.
Yeah. Red Sox Nation, Patriots Nation, all that bullshit. Yeah, exactly. All right. Next up on the agenda. Okay, before I step forward, what do you think the final score will be?
34-12.
Damn.
I think, yeah, I think they're really going to kick their ass. I think that 12, they're going to get a late touchdown when the backup quarterback's in. I really think they're going to destroy them.
All right,
The
so I
game.
usually do this when I do the. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm thinking the game's going to be fine until about the third quarter. After halftime, middle of the third quarter, that's when Seattle starts running away. I think it's going to be close until about the third quarter. And then that's new, and then there you go, Seattle. But go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing I really feel like the Patriots have on their side is a strong defense.
Yeah.
And I feel like more so, like their run game can be strong, but it isn't as strong as Seattle's run game. And when you
Nowhere
couple
near.
Seattle's run game with Seattle's defense, that's the formula to winning championships.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes. They play it the right way.
Yeah.
Darnold should not throw as much. Granted, he has Jackson Smith and Jigba, who
less than 200 yards.
He's the best receiver in the league. I mean, he's just in a great situation, I'm going to say. I don't know who the best receiver in the league is, but statistically, this season he was. But,
right.
And I just got to give him to Seattle for that reason because I don't see Christian Gonzalez doing enough to contain Jackson Smith if he actually shadows him. No. I don't think he's going to do enough. I think Jackson Smith's going to feast. Really, no matter who's covering him. So.
Yeah, and Donald goes 3 touchdowns, 200 yards. That's a great game. That's what's that's what I'm looking at. Drake May, 3 turnovers. There we go.
I feel like if Seattle gets out to an early lead, they just going to run all over New England.
All over.
All over. So, I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll be shocked otherwise. But then again, I didn't think Seattle or Patriots would be in this position. So who am I?
No. It's kind of like a changing of the guard. I mean, I don't know how long this will hold up. If the regulars will come back next year, or if this is
I think the regulars will be back. I think the regulars will be back. I think this is one of those fluke years for certain teams. They come in, they make a surprise, and then next year they're back to where they're supposed to be. The Chiefs, the Ravens, they're back around next year. That's the way it's going to be. It's who's going to be around and who's not.
Yeah,
you got.
I mean, I'm hoping the Eagles will be back, but I don't feel like that outlook's not too bright right now. Looking at the future there, but
we'll see what happens with the wide receiver.
Yeah. I did see a video where he was on Michael Parsons showing it. Did not sound like he wants to be anywhere else. So
yeah,
I'm hopeful.
You guys paid him, so there
Yeah.
you go.
I mean, there's a whole new regime basically, and it feels Sirianni's got less power than he ever has. So
Which is good.
yeah, that's definitely a good
Sirianni,
thing.
I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah. But today's not for the Eagles, and we'll get into the Eagles' future, but and the Ravens' future more sooner. But before we get
Okay.
into the Ravens, I want to ask you a silly ass question because
All right.
I like to branch out a little and not be too one note with the sports from time to time. Go out there and ask some off the wall. I saw this on
Okay.
Twitter earlier, and it's February, and I'm pretty sure we're both wrestling fans, so
Of
I'm gonna
course.
do this in the style of an elimination chamber. That said, it's the Sitcom Dad Elimination Chamber. You
All
find
right.
some music for the occasion. Where? Oh, there we are. Yeah, we have music on this thing too. We
Oh,
never
cool.
get to it. We never use it or anything, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Sitcom Dad Elimination Chamber. First coming to the ring, the big guy from Chicago. His wife, I think she overdosed on the show because she took too much Ambien. Dan Connor from Roseanne.
Okay.
Second up to the ring, ball-headed, one-skilled RoboCop in a best Red Foreman.
Red Foreman. Okay. Okay. I remember. I remember.
Right. And number 3, also from Chicago, pretty sure the suburbs. Loves making fun of fat women who come into a shoe store. Whole
Oh.
Klein finest scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Alfredo Al Bundy.
All right.
The number 4 contestant coming to the ring. Former lawyer turned judge. Invited his nephew to come stay with him. Hilarious antics ensued for about 7 seasons before they all went their separate ways. And then came back 20 years later on Peacock with a whole new set of
I remember.
Philip Banks. Judge Philip.
There you go.
Again from Chicago. What the hell?
All Chicago.
A cop
Except for
who once shot a kid. Who once helped a man take down terrorists in Nagasaki Tower. Nakatomi Tower. And now just sits around helping his son and his neighbor. Carl
Okay.
Winslow.
Carl Winslow.
And our number 6
All right.
contestant from New Jersey, foul mouth, but always fun, Archibald Archie Bunker.
All right.
All right, so
Okay.
it's elimination chamber. So, we go from 6, 5, 4, 3,
Got you. Got you. I got you.
Who you got?
So who's the first 2 in the ring? You got it, or I got to put them in the ring?
Well, we got to set up let's go with Dan Connor versus Red Foreman.
I think Dan Connor beats Red Foreman. I think Dan Connor has the weight on it, and I think he had pretty much tougher time in life being married to Roseanne. So he knows how to handle something big. All right.
Come all in at once, all six.
Okay. Okay. Who's going to be eliminated first?
Yeah.
I think Archie Bunker's gone. His age is too much. He's too old for the rest of them. I love Archie, but I think he's too old. I think he'll have a heart attack. What? I think he'll have a heart attack going in there.
He was younger than the
Definitely.
book, but that's part of the problem.
Right? Yeah, he looked pretty rough in the 70s. You could be 40 and look 60. So there we
It
go.
wasn't 50 when the show started, put it that way.
Right? Yeah. It's like when you look at Cheers.
Yeah. Good Lord.
So yeah, I think he's gone. He's got to be first one gone. Carol Connor, Archie Bunker. All right, he's got to be the first one gone. All right. me see. The next one, I'm gonna go with Carl Winslow. I think Carl Winslow is gonna be gone next. Yeah, he's got a little bit of weight, but he seemed like a short, pudgy, out of shape guy. You know,
Yeah, all
I
of
don't think
that.
he had much strength.
And a
Huh?
Chicago
So
cop. So you
yeah,
want to shoot anyway, but you can't use guns in this scenario.
you can't use guns, and a lot of times if you're a cop, you hide behind that badge
Yeah.
because you're a big pussy.
No tasers, no guns, none of that shit. We're raw nuts, all hands.
Right.
Feet, elbows, allowed too, but
So he's gone.
yeah,
He's gone. All right. And then so we got, I think, let me see who's the next one. You got Al Bundy still around. I think Al Bundy is pretty good. I think he's successful. I think Uncle Phil will be fine for a little while. So who's the other one after that? I know you said Red Foreman. I think Red Foreman is probably the next one gone. I think Red Foreman will have to be eliminated before Uncle Phil and Al Bundy. I think definitely you got to, if you're going to go in order, Red Foreman's going to be gone before them two.
Now
all right.
The final three.
Final three. So you got Dan, Connor, Uncle Phil, and Al Bundy. All right. So Dan Connor and Uncle Phil, I think they're going to go at it. I think they're them two. You can go back and forth on who could win that one. But I think Dan beat the hell out of the guy that was abusing Aunt Becky. Not Aunt Becky. What's his name? Yeah, Laura Metcalf. Yeah, the guy abused her. He beat the shit out of that guy. Ended up going to jail. So he's been in some fights, and he's a Bears fan. So he can handle his own. So I think he takes care of Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil only got that Jazz. Jazz is the only one I ever saw him beat, and he was 3 times his size.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a theory about this. I think at this point, Dan Connor and Al Bundy, being the blue collar people that they are, and they're also from the same neighbor area.
Yep, they're in Chicago.
Take them out.
Yeah. I think Uncle Phil's gone after that.
Yeah,
I think it's down to Dan Connor and Al Bundy. But Al Bundy's the athlete. Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in a game. Okay, he's an athlete. Right? Al Bundy has Peggy. All right. And she's always wanted sex, so he's got to have stamina. Okay, he's got to keep up with her sex drive.
Yeah.
All right. So, exactly right. He's got to deal with a bunch of big people, and he beat up every Kelly Bundy's boyfriend every week. So he's in fighting shape. Yeah. He's in fighting shape. I've seen 1 or 2 fights for Dan, but I've seen Bundy every week beat up someone.
Yeah.
And Bundy's, they all could fight. All of them could fight. All right. So Al Bundy wins. I think Al Bundy is the John Cena. He's Super Cena there. Al Bundy has to win.
Oh, I love it.
I can't. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Okay, I don't think anyone can pick anyone outside of Al Bundy there.
No. I mean, maybe Dan could get a lucky hit in on Al, but that's about it.
Yeah, Al's got
real life. Same thing. Ed O'Neill, sweep them all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh really? Yeah. He was an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He in the Steelers camp 1 year, 4 years.
Yep, he was.
Youngstown State. Yeah, he was the real deal.
Yeah. He could definitely do it.
Yeah.
He could definitely beat someone up in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Of all of them, I will take.
Age. Yeah.
Yep. I think Al Bundy is the champ. Al Bundy wins.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Oh, yeah, that was fun. I love that. Yeah, to give me stuff like that. We're reaching the half-hour mark.
All right.
Into the meat and potatoes. The stuff people all came to see us for.
All right.
Hall of Fame. Players were announced for the final. Enshrinees were announced.
Right.
And Yeah, there was a little bit of controversy because Belichick didn't get in on the first ballot. I mean, others like it's not like he shouldn't be. I mean, I know what he did and all that. I know his merits and all. I just
Right?
don't think like he needed to be first ballot. Like, I don't
No,
think it needed because I mean, all things considered, there were other players, other people that had been in line. That's how why I
see,
feel the way I do. I don't feel like it's a knock on Belichick that he didn't get in. I just feel like other people needed to get in ahead of him because they've been
there's
waiting.
enough people that need him, and
Yeah,
he can wait.
yeah,
He can wait. I get that argument. I get that argument, but are you going to make Brady wait?
no,
No.
no,
So
no.
Brady doesn't wait, but he waits. I don't
I
agree.
mean,
I
Vinatieri
don't.
didn't wait, which is just unfair. I mean, there's when you look at the way the votes came out, he was he should have gotten in because
Yes,
yeah,
yes, he should have.
but I mean, Roger Craig got in, and I feel like Roger Craig should have been in. So if I guess Roger Craig took that spot, I think that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I think they need to expand how many spots there are.
Yeah,
There's too many people that don't get in that should get in first ballot or whatever. Luke
yeah,
Kingley got in this year, right?
yes,
Luke Kingley
yes,
should have been first ballot.
yeah. He should have been out the way. Belichick should have been right there. Luke
Yeah,
Kuechly shouldn't have been ahead of Belichick, if anybody.
but for a head coach to win what 6 Super Bowls, not to get in first ballot,
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. It's
yeah,
crazy to me. I can't imagine how you could sit there and justify it as this a punishment. No. I don't agree with that
right.
one bit. I think they need to expand it, and I think with Belichick, I think when you're a GM and a coach or whatever else, and an office person, it's a different level than to get in as a player. So
Yeah,
I
why
think
are
there
you
should be
limiting it to 5 people? Like
there should
that's
be more
just
than five.
entirely too low a number.
No,
I
no,
mean,
it should be up to 10. I
yeah,
think in the NFL, you got a
right.
52-man roster. Most teams have right now, right?
Mhm.
So you got 52-man roster. It's not like baseball. Baseball, I don't think they have a limit on how many can go in one year,
Right.
right?
I
Right,
don't know.
and baseball,
Nobody in the NBA
ba-
either.
yeah, it's like why is there a limit? I understand you don't want 25 players going in and coaches going in every year. I
Right.
get that, the ceremony itself, but five is ridiculous.
Hmm.
Terrell Suggs should be in, okay, and I'm personal. Yeah, he should be in. Marshall Yada should be in, okay. There's
Torrey Holt.
players that yeah, Torrey Holt should have been in. It's like, and you are eliminated. And then next year, there's going to be a whole group of other people that's going to say, well, they need to get in too. No, no. Belichick should have been in first ballot. There should be no excuse. There's no reason. And I can't think of 5 players that Belichick should have waited a year as opposed to the other ones. And I know some players, they were like, oh, they would have been off the ballot if they don't get in this year.
Yeah,
And that's
but it
ridiculous to
wouldn't have
me.
been Luke Kuechly. He's
No,
much.
no.
Yeah, he can wait. He can wait.
Yeah.
I
He can
don't know
wait, but
he got in here over Belichick.
right.
That does boggle me. When
Right,
you
yeah,
look at the
yeah,
people who got in, like, yeah, Roger
yeah,
Craig
he'll be.
deserved to get in, but Luke Kuechly this year,
He's
no.
gonna, he's gonna get in, but he didn't need to get in right now.
Right.
He's the first Carolina Panther that made it in as a basically a Carolina Panther. Like Sam
Mm-hmm.
Mills made it in, but Sam Mills' career was for New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first Panther that made it, and he was a great player, unbelievable player. He played 10 years, I think. He never really won anything. He went to the Super Bowl and they lost, but he played in Carolina. That kind of affected him, I think, because a lot of people he's underrated because of that. But at the same time, 10 players should be at least make it 10. 10 people could get
I
in,
mean, yeah.
and
Yeah, I mean,
it's
looking at those lists, there's probably 10 people who have a solid case that, yeah, because you got
right.
like Willie Anderson, Jerry Evans, Frank Gore, third in rushing all time, Torrey Holt, Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowls, T. Sizzle, Reggie Wayne, the
Well, T
defensive
Sizzle,
tackle, Kevin Williams, Jason
yeah,
Witten. I mean, he's all
right.
Darren Woodson, Marshall Yanda. And
There's
then you had
so
like
many
the
players.
old players that were on the damn senior list this year, which is why Roger Craig got in. Yeah, like Ken
Right.
Anderson, L.C. Greenwood, and Robert Kraft. Like,
I
yeah,
think
you
they
can
do
definitely find at least five more people that have a case.
right that deserve to get in there. It's crazy, but look how long it took Chris Carter to get in the NFL Hall of
Yeah,
Fame. Forever. It's
yeah.
ridiculous. He retired as the second leading receiver in the league of all time when he retired, and it took him forever to get in there. Okay, Terrell Suggs is eighth all time in sacks. Right,
Mm,
the first top eight is already in the Hall of Fame. Right, I mean the top seven above him and the seven below him are in the Hall of Fame, and yet he's not right now. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
But
Something's
it's the
got to
way
change.
they do it. But I think what I have my problem with the Belichick is they made it as a punishment. They made it because of Deflategate and this and that. Well, you know what? Strip him of his Super Bowls if you don't think he deserves them. Okay,
Mm,
okay, that's what they do in college, right? If
right.
you want to sit there and ban him, he never got banned like Sean Payton got banned for a year. He never got
Mm,
banned. Okay, there wasn't and if you're going to do that, then you better not put Brady in next year.
right.
Brady better not go in first ballot if you're going to sit there and do that for Belichick. So, and I hate the Patriots. I fucking hate them. But it's wrong. It's
Yeah.
wrong the way the voting is. 10 players it should be 10 players and coaches as opposed to five. And we won't
Right.
even have this argument.
And
Belichick makes it in.
here's another kicker. Like I saw the list. I posted the list on our Facebook page. If anybody's still watching, go look at it. And it was there were like it was 50 voters.
Right.
I believe five or six actually played pro ball. The rest were
Oh,
writers or like podcast people, a sort of shit like
oh my.
that. It's like,
Yeah.
why are you letting the writers make the decisions? Like they have biases out the ass towards these players.
Oh
Why can't it be
yeah.
like the
Oh yeah.
Heisman, where the voters are the Heisman voters? Like the
It's
winners.
like it's
Oh,
like it reminds me of when Albert Bell and Mo Vaughn, I think it was 1995. Mo Vaughn won the MVP because he got along with the writers. They voted for MVP as opposed to Albert Bell, who was an asshole to the people, so he didn't get the MVP that he deserved.
mm,
You know,
yeah,
it shouldn't matter how you are. Because think about it, they had their own preference. Belichick wasn't a big, you know, reporter type of guy. He didn't want to give you the interviews that you wanted and stuff like
right.
that. So yeah, so I'm sure they had a little bias for that, and then they don't like who he's dating. Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
like all that outside the box bullshit that shouldn't even
Yeah,
apply here. They're using
no,
against the man instead of using the only thing that matters is what he did as a coach, which should make
it's
him a
unreal.
lock any day of the year.
And you know what? It's like, okay, they want to talk about cheating and everything else. Well, everybody's complaining about Philly with the tush push, but you won a Super Bowl with it,
Mm-hmm.
right? What if they be like, oh, that's illegal? You shouldn't have ever done that. It's BS. You do what you have to do. He got away with it. It's unfortunate that they were called it beforehand, but he got away with it. Spygate, Deflategate. You didn't punish him enough. If that's the case, you
Right.
punished Bountygate. You fire. You basically had was it? I think it might have been Dennis Allen was their defensive guy at the time, and he was banned for a year. Sean Payton was banned for a year. But they still kept their Super Bowl. You Belichick never got any of that
Right.
punishment. So don't act as if it's worse than what New Orleans did. No one talks about that tainted Super
No.
Bowl for Drew
No.
Brees. No one
Right.
says that. You
Yeah.
know,
Prices on players'
It-
head and shit. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a little worse. But you know what I'm saying? The NFL at the time, they thought it was worse. Obviously, they fucking banned him for a year. And Sean Payton blew going to the second Super Bowl, but that's another story. There, he blew that
Right.
little karma there.
The football gods always speak when they need to.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it comes down to. It. All right,
So yeah, we talked about this year's draft, I mean ballots. What about next year?
right,
So got the list of the 2026 or 2027, whatever, Hall of Fame ballot, Hall of Fame first year candidates,
okay,
and much like this year's first year candidates, they may still be on a list 5 years from now. and it's still just
Okay.
grasping at straws. So I look at this list and I am actually one by one. What is the likelihood they're still on this list? Let's say 2031. All right.
Okay.
As in, they're still on a Hall of Fame ballot because they didn't get in. Ben
Okay.
Roethlisberger.
I think he gets in before 31. I'm
Okay.
not saying next year, but he'll definitely get in before 31.
Okay. You want to put a percentage on it or?
I think he. I gotta see the whole list of who you're talking about because I know there's some people from this year, right? So he might not get in
Yeah.
next year, but the
Okay.
following year he will be in. Is my
Okay.
point. I don't know the whole everybody there, so I can't give you a percentage yet because I couldn't tell you who's on the ballot.
I can tell you
Okay.
this: Big Ben, Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski, Cam Newton, Antonio Brown, Richard Sherman, Eric Weddle, Andrew Whitworth, and Le'Veon Bell will be the new first years. But other than that, it's a long ass list. It's always a long
Yeah,
list.
well, Le'Veon Bell is gonna not get in. He ain't
Right.
gonna get in. Okay, and neither is Cam by then. Neither Cam's not gonna get in by then. No, Cam may get in 10 years from now. He may get in. You know, I I think it depends on. Well, you got to understand. People may look back at Cam because by that time Lamar just retired. You got Josh Allen just retired around that time, so they'd be like, "Well, who was the trailblazer?" And they may look at him then. You know what I'm saying? Cam was
Yeah.
sort of a trailblazer. You know,
Maybe he
he
gets
might
in the
not get
senior committee. Yeah.
what? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
saying like senior committee, he can
yeah,
get in one day.
yeah. I don't think he's getting in otherwise. I don't
Yeah.
think he's making it in otherwise, other than senior. You know,
Yeah.
Cam.
This, to me, he's not a Hall of Famer.
I know, but they could look at him as a senior, and he could get in that way.
Yeah.
And that's my guess. Just because of being a trailblazer. You know,
Yeah. Maybe if he takes the stupid ass hats on, it'll help his case. But
there you go, in the scarves, looking
yeah,
like Medea.
all of that. Like, why are you coming outside like that? You look like a damn fool on television.
Right.
But
So, well, Bell's not ever getting in. Le'Veon Bell's not getting in at
no, he's
all. No.
no. There's just he only had
No.
like what 3 years.
Right. Yeah, he's never getting in. Gronkowski's getting in next year.
No doubt.
You got a guy that was the best tight end in the generation. He's got to
Hmm.
get in next year. So Gronkowski's getting in next year. Uh, Big Ben, I think Big Ben could get in next year, but it depends on who's on the list too, because you got to remember
Right.
it's only going to be five
Yeah.
that's going to get in, and you're going to have Belichick's getting in next year too. So you got, I'm
Right.
thinking Ben is getting in next year. Gronkowski's going to get in. I mean, not Ben. I mean Belichick and Gronkowski's going to get in next year. Those
That's
two
two.
definitely.
Right.
So that's two right there. So then I'm hoping Suggs get in next year. So that would be the third.
Hmm.
So there's only going to be two more spots.
Right.
You know. So
And realistically, those two spots could be Willie Anderson, Jerry Evans, Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Eli Manning, Terrell
right,
Suggs,
right.
like you said. Well, he's out. He made it. Reggie
Or
Wayne, Kevin Williams, Witten, Woodson.
and I think Peterson gets in the Hall of Fame too
He's a lot.
before the 31st. But I don't. But who knows? I don't think next necessary next year. But Peterson's going to get in the Hall too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if he wasn't in next year, honestly, because I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. He was amazing. He was unreal. So that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. So if you got Peterson's going in next year, he ain't making it to the 31. He ain't making
right,
it 5 years. You know.
right.
So, but everyone else on your list, I think,
Yeah.
other than Big Ben and Peterson
Antonio
and Gronkowski,
Brown, Richard Sherman. Is Eric
I think
Weddle a Hall
Richard
of
Sherman.
Famer?
I don't think Richard Sherman gets in right away. I think he might make it past 31.
I don't know that he gets in at all.
Yeah, I'm saying past 31.
Yeah.
Bell, there's no doubt in my mind Bell's never going to get in. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the one I can say flat out. There is no way in hell he's getting in the Hall of Fame.
Mm,
Le'Veon Bell, not
right.
happening. Okay, the rest of them, Cam, I can make an argument with the senior thing. Richard Sherman, I can make an argument with the senior thing, maybe. But the rest,
Uh,
yeah. Who was the other one? There was someone else that I'm missing.
Antonio Brown. Uh,
Not getting in.
Not definitely not first ballot. He might not get in for a while because of
No.
people just not liking him.
Yeah.
Uh, Sherman, Eric Weddle, and Drew Whitworth.
Weddle's not getting in, and Wetworth not getting in
Andrew
next year
Whitworth,
either.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know
not getting
either
in.
of them yet.
Yeah, they ain't getting in. They're not getting in next year, and they're not going to get in maybe ever. That
Right.
I don't see it happening.
Right. As soon as I can open this link, I got another thing about the Hall of Fame stuff. There we go. All right. Yeah. Go to yeah. All right. They're returning to an in-person vote instead of like the way they were doing it because of all of this Belichick crap. I
Well, you
mean, they
shouldn't do
stopped
it now.
meeting. The 50-member committee stopped meeting together because of COVID, and they were doing it virtually. But now they're
No,
going to meet up and do the votes together in person.
they
I don't know
should.
that that
They should
changes
meet.
anything.
Well, I think you can debate on it in a way. I think there should be
Yeah,
debate in each person, and it'd be like yay or nay type thing where you raise your hand. I think someone should be up there saying these are the merits of what's going on. Instead, you're doing your own research in a way as a voter when you're not
sure.
in the
Yeah,
group. And I
yeah,
think someone can sway you in a way. And like if someone makes a good compelling argument about why you should be in, it's better to do it in person in front of 50 people as opposed to on a video call. You know, I,
yeah.
I
I
think
can
that's
imagine
great.
that would have changed the Belichick problem.
Oh yeah, people are like, "Are you fucking nuts?" You know,
Right?
in my opinion,
Like it shouldn't even have been as complicated as it was. But there
right?
we
They make
go.
it. They come up with this stuff, and the same thing like, okay, look, Matthew Stafford should have won the MVP. There's no question, but Justin Herbert got a vote for MVP. There's no fucking
Right,
reason Justin Herbert should have got a vote. None. He shouldn't even been
right.
in a discussion, but he got a vote for MVP. And how ridiculous is that? Because like they should do the same thing for the MVP if they did that. You guys got to come up with a compelling reason why you're picking Justin Herbert. Tell me
I
why.
think we need better voters. I think we need better voting committees.
It's
I'd rather
ridiculous.
you just had the actual players voting on these things.
Yeah.
And actually have like a fan percentage. No, because no, let's forget the fan vote because that's how we got Young Ming in the All Star
Look at the
game.
Pro Bowl, right? The Pro Bowl is garbage because
Yeah,
the fan vote.
yeah, don't
Right?
yeah, damn the fan vote to hell. Let the
Yeah,
players
there.
vote on the MVPs and the comeback players and all of that shit. Let the
Yeah,
players.
right. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. That's how it should be.
Instead of these people who don't even see at least 70% of what's actually going on over the course of the season. They see what they're
Yeah,
allowed to see. So,
right.
let the people who are actually in the locker room who are actually talking amongst themselves, let them discuss it. Because I feel like they have more valuable opinions than people who just sit on TV and yell or just
Yeah,
type out their frustrations on a keyboard, but haven't ever, been there. I feel like,
I agree.
like, yeah, definitely players before media should have it. Their opinion should carry more weight.
They play the game.
Yeah. Or even like prior players who've won it, like former MVPs, let them vote. I don't know, but it's got to be better than the
There's
riot.
got to be a better way. A
Yeah,
better way.
yeah. All right. They're probably pissed at us for that one, but that's okay. They're going to shut us. We are shut. All right, now the Ravens. I mean, I know that's your squad, so I made a point to go
Yeah,
look into it as much as I could to look into what's going on with the Ravens. So, Harbaugh's out, Minter's in, which you
all right.
called. Applause.
Well, look, I hate for Harbaugh to leave, but I'm glad we got Mentor. I'm wanting to get a young mind. He's got Ravens ties, so I'm okay with the hire. I'm actually pretty happy with the hire. But go ahead.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Well,
and
hopefully, go ahead.
go ahead. I'm happy with the guy we brought in from Chicago as our offensive coordinator. He, he didn't call plays for Ben Johnson, but he was there, and
Mhm.
he learned from one of the best minds.
Yeah.
So That'd be nice. I think that'd be good for Lamar. And they're talking about how he could be a hot name himself in a few years. So
Hmm.
that's pretty good. I'm happy bringing back Anthony Weaver as our defensive coordinator. I think that was a good move. Some Baltimore ties there too. I
Hmm.
I why okay, we got a younger guy, but we're still keeping the Ravens way, and that's what
Hmm.
I'm glad we're not going too far away from it. We're not trying to get a new structure in there. We got a bunch of veteran players that's been there, and they're not going to go too far away. It's not a rebuild. It's just continuation. you
Yeah,
know
I got a little bit on Declan Doyle, your new OC. I mean, yeah, like you
okay.
said, he didn't call plays. He was an offensive assistant, then a tight end coach
Yeah.
before he was a coordinator. But when you look at the way the team improved over the course of the season, you had Caleb Williams who threw 7 more touchdowns on only 6 more attempts, and his sacks went like from 68 to 24. Plus the run
Yeah.
game jumped a whole yard per carry, and DeAndre Swift himself went from 3.8 to 4.9, damn near
Right.
5 yards per carry in this season under Declan Doyle. So the proof's right there that he makes the difference. I mean, it wasn't all Ben Johnson, but Ben Johnson played a really big part in it. And Wayne is gone. I'm going to pause it. Technical difficulties. So yeah, you're talking about like Declan Doyle.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about how he was an offensive assistant for the States and a tight end coach, and under his watch as OC, Caleb Williams got 7 more touchdowns with 6 more attempts, and his sacks he got 44 fewer sacks than the season before. Plus, there was a significant improvement in the run game, and the run game is basically like it's very important to the way the Ravens run their offense. As you know, they got Derrick Henry back there, and what he did, he's a bowling ball. So I don't know. I see. Oh, he's gone again. Damn it, play. Technical difficulties. All right.
All
So yeah,
right.
you were talking
So
about the Ravens' new coaches.
right, right. I'm happy with Anthony Weaver on defense. I think he's got experience. Now he's not going to be calling plays on defense. It's going to stick to Jesse Mentor is going to be doing the calling. But having an offensive guy from Chicago, and it's going to be his first chance calling plays. But it, they could run the ball in Chicago. They could definitely be able to use a mobile quarterback like Lamar. I think it's going to be a pretty successful season. I'm happy with it. Now, if we can make a trade for AJ Brown, I'll be even more happier. There we go.
Boo. He doesn't want to leave Philly. He's just a whiny ass.
Uh,
Y'all get sick of
yeah.
him too.
Oh yeah, but we only need a ring. That's all we're looking for. You got yours with
Yeah,
him,
we did.
so we want that ring for Lamar.
Hmm. I'd almost say he deserves it. Almost.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see Lamar get that ring. Obviously,
Like, you know why I like Anthony Weaver? Not just because I
why?
can remember him actually being a Raven back in the day. Like,
I do too.
he climbed the ladder to get to this position he's in. He started off
Yeah.
in Florida in 2010 as a graduate assistant and has worked his way from there through multiple colleges. Well, yeah, a couple colleges. He was at North Texas, then he went to the Jets as an assistant D line coach, then to the
Wow.
Bills, the Browns, had 4 years as 5 years as a Texan. Then he went to Baltimore, where he helped with the D line and a run game. And then he became the
Yeah.
assistant head coach in 22. Went to Miami after that, and now he's back here, as he's destined to be. Gets to
Yeah.
where he belongs. So,
And he was up for the job as a head coach in the first place.
mm-hmm.
They interviewed for head coach. I'm very happy with the selection of him. I think he's going to be really successful.
Me
You know?
too. But what
Yeah.
really stood out to me with his hire was like, have you looked at who else they brought in under him? All his assistants,
I haven't looked at everything, but go ahead.
the
Go ahead.
position coaches. Just say they're all like college coaches. They're all
Okay.
college coaches, and that really bodes well because college coaches they're probably going to put more emphasis on development. And
Yeah.
That's really
And
key because, as with the nature of the NFL, next man up is important, and you want to make sure that next man up is prepared. And like I look at who you brought in. You brought in the former Navy defensive coordinator. You brought in the
and Notre
D
Dame someone.
lineman from
Yeah,
Michigan. You brought
yeah,
in Mike Mickens, the pass game coordinator and DB's coach at Notre Dame. Like, yeah,
right.
you brought in a D line coach from Duke. It's just the way you're. It's a focus on development.
And defense has been our weak spot in
Yeah,
the last year or two. And that's crazy saying that as a Ravens fan, but it's been pretty weak. And it looks like they're going to try to focus heavy on that as they should,
as they
because
should.
that's what we're blowing leads. We were blowing double digit leads how many times? More than any other team in the league. You know, we come up. So that's what we need to do. And like we were talking about with Seattle earlier, defense wins championships. That's
You
what it
also
comes down
brought
to.
in Marcus Brady as your pass
Okay.
game. Yeah, I like that guy. I mean, I like that pickup. That's a solid pickup. He was in Philly for a bit too. I
Okay.
believe it's
Okay.
right
It
there.
took you guys forever to get an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everyone kept on saying, nope, we're not going to Philly. I'm like, what? How do you not want to go to
I
Philly?
see your point. Yeah, I mean the way it all played out is just a bunch of drama.
Right. Don't make no sense. I think it has to do with your head coach. I
It
don't like
does.
him.
He's a buffoon. I mean, he's our
Yeah.
buffoon, but he's a buffoon nonetheless.
There you go.
Yeah, really is. He's a damn meathead. I can't believe the way it's gone down. Like, I understand we had to make that change was necessary, but had he just not promoted to Petullo to that damn position and brought in someone smarter and more capable in the first place, none of this shit would be happening.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
Stoutland would still be there. You know, we got six rookie O linemen.
No. Really?
We've got six rookie O linemen on the roster.
Oh my God.
Stoutland's job was to develop them because there is no depth on that offensive line.
None.
Soft
None.
had his moments, but there's no depth on that line. So losing that and just seeing what we're left with, that's going to be a problem. And the way it went
Yeah.
down, is like all of the bullshit with hiring the new guy. If you had just done it the right way ahead of time, instead of trying to promote your friends and promote them to incompetence where they're just too stupid to do the job or incapable. That was
It seems
moronic.
like it.
Yeah, like if you just brought in somebody who knew instead of trying to power hog, consolidate all your power and all of that bullshit. No, you just played it all wrong, and this is just a continuation of the ramifications of that. We done lost our linemen, our damn defensive coordinators, probably. Well, he's definitely on the way out next season if he doesn't quits at some point before that.
Yeah.
Another thing that should have been prepared for ahead of time because when he came to the Eagles, we all knew he was on limited time.
Yeah.
We all knew that already. This was his last job. He had already acknowledged that when he came to Philly that this was going to be his last job. And instead of having a plan in place, Sirianni shit the bed because this should have
Yeah.
been we should have been prepared for Stoutland leaving, and we should have been prepared for the day Fangio leaves. But we're losing our coordinate our pieces to other teams.
Yeah. And
So
you're not prepared to replace them.
yeah,
You ain't got no one moving up into that spot that could take him.
right,
And that's the problem. You got to be able to replace them. And I give Harbaugh a lot of credit over the years. He has a tree.
yeah.
He had people. He did what Andy Reid did. Andy Reid always had a tree. He always had someone to put in that spot. You know,
What you do?
look
I
how
mean,
many. And
you're not
that's
just
what you got to
coaching the
do.
players; you're coaching the coaches too.
Yeah, it's like Sean McVay. He does that. You got some of these good coaches out there know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's got a ring. Give him credit for getting a ring,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to develop coaches as well as you develop players
Yeah,
because those coaches are going to be around a lot longer than those players are if you have them right. You know?
right. And like the offensive coaches, for example, that they've had in the past few years weren't really up to par.
Right.
So as far as development, like the running backs coach, you haven't really seen much improvement. I mean, people give him credit for Bixby, but I don't. As you look at like Will Shipley, he never developed. He hasn't really developed since
No.
he's been in Philly. That's on Singleton, and you got like Aaron Moorhead, the wide receivers coach. He was gifted two rookies. They haven't shown any damn improvement. But he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, because he also has AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, but he hasn't really like boosted, improved
Yeah.
any other players under his watch. And that's just
Right. You
the case
got
for that's why we had no depth. That's why we never had a
exactly.
third receiver because we never developed one. That's why we never really had a solid backup until we went and picked up Sinks Bigsby because they never developed them.
Yeah, you got to develop players.
Yeah,
You got to, and again, it's about the coaches being able to develop these players. That you guys don't have the coaches to develop these players.
right.
You know, and yeah, you have all kinds of talent, but you don't got the future, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
You know, you have what's going on now, and these players are going to age, and once
right,
they age out, then where's that next guy? Where's the next man?
right. The
You know?
offense is starting to break down as far as aging up, and moves are starting to need to be made because there's limited cap space, and plus the defense being as young as those pieces are, you're going to have to sign some of them, and that's going to
Yeah,
definitely take away from the offense, which is like Lane Johnson's basically gone, and Landon Dickerson. They're talking about he might be gone too off of the O line. So those are two major
right,
pieces that are gone. Goddard's leaving a free agency most likely. There's been talk about trading AJ Brown. I don't think anything's going to come of that. Like there's so
I
much
think you're
going
right.
on there, and
Yeah, I
none of
think
it
AJ
is
can be with
positive.
you guys.
There isn't really much to say. Yeah, we're hopeful for the future, especially considering the way the season went and how the off season's already going to kick in our ass. It doesn't look like
Right? Yeah. You got a good point.
it. Hmm.
You know, we got several free
Anything
agents on the Ravens that I worry about losing. Our
Right. Let me
center for sure.
just say I wish that we done what Mike Minter's doing and hiring all of these developmental specialists.
Yeah,
Because
the guys that know how to develop people.
2 seasons from now, that's going to be it's going to make a big difference on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And
going to be
see
great.
it happen.
I'm very happy. I think it was a good hire. Again, I was a Harbaugh fan. I know he did some shit that pissed me off, but I'm about continuity. I think that's a big deal. You had Andy Reid for years. You know what about that? Continuity is big. All right, and
Yeah.
I'm big about that. But the stick now we got a guy half his age as our head coach, but he's going to continue the way he was. And
Mhm.
I'm happy with that. All
Yeah.
right, and it's defense. I'm all about the defensive minded head coaches. When you have a veteran quarterback, you can go defense. If you had a young quarterback, you want to go offense. You
Right.
know, but 9 years into the league, Lamar is. I'm okay going defense, and that's when I was very happy with this call. I did not want the Mike McCarthy and all these other veteran coaches, Sean McDermott. I didn't want them. Nope. I wanted a young guy get his fresh start. I'm happy. I'm very happy with what's going on this offseason.
That's good. Because y'all, I mean, y'all got a lot of people hitting the market too, as far as
Yes,
free
we do.
agency. I
Yes,
mean,
we
this
do.
helps in your favor. I mean, their cap is somewhere around 30, a little under 305. But you're
Right.
losing you got a few starters hitting the market.
Yeah, our center is the one I want to keep for sure.
Lindenbaum,
Lindenbaum is good.
yeah,
Lindenbaum is really good.
I mean he's one of the top
He,
five
he,
centers in the league, probably.
oh yeah, top five, I would say.
Yeah,
Definitely. Probably one of the best in the AFC for sure.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely go with, I want to keep him. I think we might be priced out on others, but you keep your O line, and I think we're going to keep him.
Right.
I I think who else is a free agent that you got on there that you think is a big name?
Hold on, it's like okay. Before I got the projected market value for Lindenbaum. 4 years, 70 million, average 17 mil a season.
Damn, 17 million.
Yeah, that's
He's going to get it.
contract, so they're not very accurate. But yeah,
Right.
you got like Alohi Gilman, who's hitting the market this year. Draymond
Yeah.
Jones, he had 7 sacks last season. They
Well, we
talk about
got him in a
10 million
trade.
for him, huh?
We got Draymond Jones in a trade with Tennessee
Mm-hmm.
halfway through the season. So it was a pickup that we're gonna. It's one of those renter players. I don't see him coming back.
Okay.
So you know,
And obviously
he-
Lindenbaum.
yeah,
Isaiah Likely's at a risk of they could lose him this season as well.
he's gone. Isaiah Likely's gone. We made a mistake signing
Tragedy.
Andrews instead, but Likely's gone.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah, I
But
like
hey,
Likely.
I hope so. I hope Eagles go calling for Likely.
Oh, that'd
If
be
they
great
get
for
a
you
trade
guys.
for Darnell Washington,
Yeah.
I hope they get
Oh,
Likely.
Likely is a good. He's gonna get a good contract, and he's gonna be a star. Likely's good.
But there's also the possibility that they could cut that Mark Andrews contract.
Well, they just re-signed him mid-season,
Oh, I
so
didn't realize. Okay,
it was
his contract
mid-season
came
when he got
back.
that contract. So he's
Yeah,
got another year on that at
that,
least before they kind of restructure it.
that explains why
Yeah,
it would cost. It would be a negative hit. Okay,
right. Yeah.
but where's the rest of that? Oh, all right. Shit.
Likely could end up in New York.
Yeah, he could. I hope not, though. I'm
Mm,
hoping he ends up in Philly to replace Goddard, but he's probably going to be out of their price range, which is
yeah,
limited
I
this
think New York got a lot of money.
year. Yeah, a couple teams do, but I'd
Yeah.
rather he went. I mean, if he went to New York, I'd rather he go to the damn Jets than the Giants because the Giants, they're only a
Oh yeah.
couple pieces away, really. And
Yeah.
they got money to spare. They're going to spend it too. They're not far away from being.
Oh, Giants. I could see the Giants winning the division next year.
Yeah, they're
I
not
know.
far
I hate
away.
to say that. I think they're there. I think they're there.
Yeah, if Scatterbo comes back healthy. Yeah, an improvement
And
from Dart. Obvious improvement from Dart is new regime.
yeah, they got an easier schedule.
Yeah.
You
Oh
get
yeah,
it. You finished last year, easy schedule.
Marlon
Yeah.
Humphreys could also be cut. He's in the
I
last
think he's
year of his
gone.
deal.
I love Marlon Humphrey as a person. He's great and funny and everything else, but
Hmm.
he's done as a corner. I think I'm okay with him being gone.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
more
he.
likely a June 1st cut,
Yeah,
but they'll
he's got
probably
to
try to
go.
trade him first.
Yeah, there's no question he's going to be cut.
All right. And what about this Nandi Matabuke deal? This man has a 30 million
He
cap
got
hit
hurt.
next season.
That's because he got hurt beginning of the year. He was
Hmm.
really good the year before, but he got hurt before the season started. So that's why he got signed to a big contract, and then the following season he got hurt.
Mm.
So that was sucks. But I don't see him going anywhere. He's gonna
No,
stay.
50 mil in dead cap.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Coming off a neck injury too next season. Jesus, that's
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, it sucks.
That's a rough one. But
Yeah,
everything makes
he
that
it's
mistake
the whole
once or
season.
twice.
And he's the reason why we didn't pass rush as much as we could. Like we
Yeah.
didn't get any sacks really because he was hurt.
Hmm.
He's really good.
I mean, this Harlan Bauer guy you got coming in as your outside linebacker coach. He's coached two ACC to all ACC defensive ends, so maybe he knows what
Okay.
he's doing. Maybe he'll
Yeah.
get that pass rush on track. Because you
That's
can't
how
do shit
fit.
without one in this league. Well, no, you can't. Quarterbacks will eat you
Right.
alive, even the
Yeah.
bums. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? I think. Hmm. Ooh, 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 ooh. No, I think I've covered everything.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We survived again.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Anything you
So
want to promote? Any
nah,
wrestlers you want to talk about or
I
movies?
don't have anything.
Uh, I will say this: watch Send Help.
I'm interested in that. I am.
It's
My
solid.
girlfriend will see it.
Yeah, I would say watch it. Yeah, it's solid. I ain't gonna spoil it and get too much detail about it, but it's worth.
Okay.
So it's
All
worth
right.
115 minutes of your life.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be. We've been actually talking about it. Next day off we have together, we're gonna go to the movies.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Hope
the
y'all
plan.
enjoy it. Mm.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. And everybody else, let me see how to do this. I never set this up to end. Shit. Nah.
There
But if they leave now, they won't be able to see our fantabulous ending. Fantabulous.
you go.
All right. So we end it with goodbye, y'all. Peace out.
There
And
you
hit
go.
the bench. You want
All
some
right.
anything?
It's good. Appreciate
Okay.
it. All right. I'll talk to you another time.
Yep. Peace and love.
Always.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out and checking out our show. We'll be back again soon with another episode for you to enjoy. On behalf of GQ and the interns, I'm Boulevard. Peace, love, and go birds.